Keto and Krime, Keto and Krime. We uncover the grime on Keto and Krime. Keto and Krime, Keto and Krime. Now is the time for Keto and Krime.
Hey everyone, Tracy here from Keto and Krime. Thank you so much to every single one of my patrons and channel members. You make this possible. And you're one of the reasons I do this. And I thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if I haven't said it before, thank you. I'll sing it. Thank you. Thank you for hanging in there with me and letting me geek out, not making fun of me like a lot of other people do, because I like weird stuff about crime and dark history. Ree! Ree! Thanks, everyone. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Keto and Krime. Yes, that's a dog barking. This is an all natural video, which means hair may look kind of janked. I may look kind of janked, but here we are. What are you doing, Tracy? Well, I am out on a walk because that is how I have been losing weight. I'm almost 60 pounds down, y'all. Yay. So I've been doing it a combination of things. Noom, which is great at not only working. Shh. I am great at, which is great for both counting calories, macros, all the things that you need to lose weight. As well as a lot of mindful stuff. It teaches you how to look at food, how to see food as both fuel and enjoyment. Not just enjoyment, because let's face it, when you're someone like me that has battled your weight whole life, food is more of a drug. It's not really just for fuel. There have been times in my life where I have been in shape, military, a few times in my life where I became kind of a gym rat. And what tends to happen is I trade one addiction for another. Like, I've never been addicted to alcohol or drugs, but I've gone back and forth between an addiction to food and sugary drinks and exercise. So, and healthy eating. I believe there's actually an ailment called orthorexia nervosa, which is somebody that is addicted to. I'm not that bad. I'm not where I absolutely will not touch anything unhealthy, absolutely. But when I'm on the wagon, as I say, I find it hard to eat anything that's not healthy. So I guess I've kind of entered into the belief that there are good addictions and there are bad addictions. So if I'm addicted to more healthy eating and I'm addicted to physical activity and exercising, as long as I don't physically hurt myself or make it to where it absolutely rules my life, I think that's much better than being addicted to food, sugar, carbs, which, let's face it, that was the source of my addiction. So, Tracy, what are you doing right now for exercise? You're looking at it. Walking. Now, walking outside honestly makes up probably only about 15% of what I do. The majority of what I do is inside, because let's face it, the weather here in Tennessee, she be a little testy. She goes from 40 degrees to 60, minus 10, tornado, rain, back to very pleasant 55 degrees like today. My neighbors are looking at me kind of funny because, you know, in LA, somebody walking along talking to a camera, pretty standard. not in Cheatham County, Tennessee. They think I'm kind of weird. But anyway, so this is only a very small percentage of what I do. And I walk just like this at a leisurely pace, about 2.5 miles per hour. And I'm still able to talk, which shows that my cardiovascular system is getting better. And just everything is falling into place. The majority of what I do is inside, either just walking around the house or walking workouts, which also include elements of strength training, aerobic training, higher calorie burn. I do about 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes of that per day in the morning before I start my work day, usually lunch or just after, depending on how my day is structured. And I do them with my mother-in-law, who is doing them as well. And having an accountability partner has been so important during this journey. I have a long way to go. I have at least another 60 pounds to go before I'm anywhere near, where I'm anywhere near where I want to be. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to share a little bit of the two channels that I follow. They're both for beginners and senior citizens. So everybody should be able to do it. And you'll find, I almost went into the wrong house. Pay attention. And you will find something for everyone with them, and I highly recommend them. This is one of the first channels that I found, and I'll link it down below. Yes to Next. This is April. She is a 57-year-old personal trainer that works exclusively with the seniors and the disabled, and her mom, Aiko, who is over 80. She does this in such a way that it's very low impact. There's chair exercises for those that are really just starting out or have physical limitations. There's other things, but she has a whole plethora of different exercises here, and they are all fun. As you can see, I'm just clicking on a few of them. They're all centered around walking. The exercises you do are walking inspired with a little aerobics thrown in, and then you walk. It's like 30 seconds of an exercise, 30 seconds of walking in place. And all of these are awesome workouts. Now, you can do your own playlists on Spotify. And if you all would like me to share some of my workout playlists, I'll be happy to. But for their channel, I don't use my Spotify playlist at all. You can just mute the video. They're all very easy to follow, the instructions. And then you can listen to your own playlist. However, they are so witty and funny in their banter back and forth with each other that I highly recommend you just listen to them at least a few times through, because they'll keep you thoroughly entertained while you're working out. It's really a great way to get back into working out after a long absence, and it's fun. So this is one of the channels that I use to get my steps in every day. The other channel here is Improved Health. This is Jules. She is also a personal trainer that works with those that are just starting out, as well as seniors and those with physical limitations. And she has a great array of different workouts, as you can see. Hers are a little more advanced, in my opinion, just a tad bit more. So I would definitely start over with Yes to Next and do that for a couple of weeks, then come on over to her. And hers are absolutely perfect for using your own playlist. In fact, she encourages it. All of her instructions are written on the screen. She does have her own music playing, which is, if you like dance or house music, I would recommend listening to her. She also has some 60s and 60s, 70s, and some BGs and 70s inspired workouts where the music's great all the way through. So I don't mute those. But for the most part, all of her instructions are written on the screen, so she encourages you to have your own playlist. So this is definitely one that I recommend, and we do one of these workouts every single morning. There's one in here that is literally a 2.5 mile dance workout. That is our favorite one, and that's the one we do every single morning. See, she has a mile dance workout. She has chair workouts. So there is no reason why you can't find something on her channel to suit you. And just like Yes to Next, it is 30 seconds of a aerobic type workout. Remember Jane Fonda back in the 80s, aerobic type workout, and then 30 minutes of walking or dancing. So really highly recommend both of these. And I will put both their links up above and down below. And now let's get back. So that's what I've been doing. Mostly walking. I walk between 13 and 15,000 steps a day, which is between 5 and 6.5 miles a day. I try not to get obsessive. If I get 15, great. There's been a few days where I've gotten up almost to 22,000. And those are great days, and I do a little celebration. But for the most part, I stay between 13 and 15. You know, because let's face it, to get 15,000 steps, it takes a good, 2 hours and 15 minutes of dedicated walking. And I don't do mine all at once, little spurts during the day. But still, who has more than that to dedicate to walking? Very few people. Unless you have more of an active job, like you work in a warehouse or a store or a restaurant where you're constantly moving. Of course you can set your goals higher. But for people like me that sit behind a desk, I think that's kind of the upper limit of what you can do and still be sustainable. You don't want to do something and then not be able to fulfill it and then gain all your weight back because your activity suddenly drops. Anyway, this is just an impromptu video. I wanted to get something out to you besides the live stream this week. I'll be back next week with more true crime, dark history. I'm going to start live streaming twice a month. So I'll see you real soon. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, Keto and Krime.